I'd like to move it as I can.
All right, so but not right now.
Oh, not now?
Yeah, right. So right after Ralph speaks.
Yeah, I would like it to move right up here.
I'll pop up.
Thank you.
He was a terrific guy. He was a referee.
All right.
Please open court, Madam Marshal.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable Superior Court of the Judicial District of Middlesex for the transaction of criminal and civil business is now open in this place. All persons having cause or action pending or summoned or bound to appear herein shall take due notice thereof and give their attendance according to the law. Court is now in session. The Honorable Robert L. Holzberg presiding.
Thank you very much. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. On behalf of my colleagues, all the good folks in the front row with the black robes, I want to welcome everybody here today to 2011 Law Day. As I'm sure most of you know, we pause every year at this time to celebrate and to honor the judiciary's contribution to our role in the constitutional form of government. And we are delighted that this year's program is jointly sponsored by the Judicial Branch, the Middlesex County Bar Association, and for the first time ever, the Connecticut Bar Association. I think some of you know that in a few minutes we will have a reenactment of the trial, and we're delighted that President Monaco, who will speak to you, is here, as well as Attorney Kevin Kane and Wesley Horton, two of the most distinguished and experienced attorneys in the state of Connecticut. I want to especially give a welcome to the Mercy High School moot court team. We understand that you are the champs, you are the champions, and that you're going off to the national tournament, so we wish you Godspeed, and we're very, very proud of you. I don't know if your coach, Attorney McShane, is here, but I do want to acknowledge Peter, because I know he worked so hard with you, and your advisor, Terry Carigliano. And finally, I want to welcome the Middletown High Social Studies class of Mrs. Adams. We're delighted that all of you students can be here today and participate in this very important day. We have a very lengthy program today, so without further ado, I want to recognize our Chief Court Administrator, the Honorable Barbara Quinn. Judge Quinn, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here today to celebrate Law Day 2011 with all of you. I don't plan on speaking long because the real celebration will be watching others reenact the Boston Massacre Trial, and I know they're looking forward to it. Before we get started, however, it's worth highlighting the underlying principles that bring us here today. As you all know, the theme of this year's Law Day is the legacy of John Adams from Boston to Guantanamo, defending the rights of the accused. The American Bar Association's website says this year's theme provides us with the opportunity to assess and celebrate the legacy of John Adams, explore the historical and contemporary role of lawyers in defending the rights of the accused, and renew our understanding of and appreciation for the fundamental principle of the rule of law. It doesn't get much more basic than this. We are talking about the third branch of government, the rule of law, the rights of the accused, and the integral role of lawyers. This is the gist of what we do, but also of what makes our court system great. It should come as no surprise to all of you that judges, defense lawyers, and prosecutors come from all over the world, not only to see how our system works, but why it works. The how can be relatively easily answered, because it is a process. The why it works, though, is more complicated. Our system works because citizens have confidence in their government. And the reason that they have confidence is because they can count on the courts to hold everyone accountable and to uphold the rule of law, regardless of the crime, regardless of the person, and regardless of public opinion. More than ever, we need to do everything that we can to protect the rule of law. Quite simply, it is the difference between democracy and anarchy. Celebrations such as today's play an important role in educating people as to why we must ensure that this essential role in our democracy is not compromised. For this reason, I'm proud to be a part of this year's Law Day celebration for the CBA and Middlesex Judicial District. I'm now going to turn the program back over to Judge Holzberg. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge Cohen. We appreciate you taking time from your business schedule. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of the Middlesex County Bar Association, which is also, as I mentioned before, a co-sponsor of this event, Attorney Lisa Ficadio. Good morning, Attorney Ficadio.
Thank you, Your Honor. Welcome all. On behalf of the Middlesex County Bar Association, we wish to welcome all of you to our beautiful courthouse and activities in honor of Law Day. We remember Law Day each year at this time. It was President Eisenhower who proclaimed May 1 as Law Day in 1958. Today, we remember John Adams as the first lawyer who served as the president of this country in 1797. The rule of law is the very foundation of our country. The role of the lawyer is to uphold the rule of law, to defend the rights of the accused, no matter how unpopular the cause, and in doing so, to celebrate the law as our foundation. I'm extremely proud as a lawyer and as a member of the Bar Association to support the rule of law and all of our traditions embodied in our legal system. Again, on behalf of the Middlesex County Bar Association, thank you for joining all of us as we celebrate Law Day 2001. Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, I'd like to recognize Attorney Carl Fortuna, Jr., who is here with a proclamation from the City of Middletown. Attorney Fortuna.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is a proclamation to the Mercy High School mock trial team. It's from the mayor of Middletown, Sebastian Giuliano, who is out of the country. On behalf of Middlesex County Bar's President, Lisa Ficadio, and on behalf of Mayor Giuliano, I'd like to read the proclamation to you. Office of the Mayor, City of Middletown, Connecticut, Proclamation, Sebastian N. Giuliano, Mayor. Whereas the Mercy High School mock trial team competed in a statewide mock trial competition in which 65 high school teams participated. And whereas the Mercy High School team won said statewide competition, the final competition having taken place at the State of Connecticut Supreme Court, and whereas this is the first time a Connecticut high school has made it to the national competition, and whereas the Mercy High School team will be competing, actually there's a typo in this, I didn't write it, I'm reading it on behalf of the mayor. Whereas the Mercy High School team will be competing in the national mock trial competition on May 4th through May 8th, 2011, hosted by the Arizona Foundation for Legal Services, to be held at the Sandra Day O'Connor United States District Courthouse in Phoenix, Arizona. And whereas we are proud of the team members Lindsay Krupa, Sarah Hemstock, Samantha Palumbo, Cecilia Sanastefano, Pascal Mahudin, Chandler McCorkle, Joelle Pisani, Deborah D. Cristofaro, Jacqueline Fisher, Margot Schumann, Lauren Cunningham, Angela Pollard, Rebecca Dorsey, Michaela Toledo, Allison Kiley, Caitlin LaRue, Megan Rowe, and especially Captain Tara Palnikar, Emily Hall, Christina Blevins, Gabriela Sanastefano, Jenna Marcin, Patty Sakaris, Shannon Solmasi, Hannah Nagy, Courtney Perales, Christina Mortali, Caitlin McAuliffe, Julia Marcin, for their participation in the statewide competition. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Sebastian N. Giuliano, Mayor of the City of Middletown, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, May 3rd, 2011, as Mercy High School Mock Trial Team Day. In the City of Middletown, and on behalf of the residents, I wish to publicly recognize the Mercy High School Mock Trial Team and congratulate them for a successful year and wish them the best of luck in the national competition. In testimony whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Middletown to be affixed this 2nd day of May, 2011. Attest, Sebastian N. Giuliano, Mayor. Congratulations. I'll give. I assume that wasn't for me, but I will give this plaque to your coach. Each of you will also receive a separate proclamation, paper copy. It hasn't been signed yet, and that's why I don't have it today. When I get it, I will deliver it to Mercy High School. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fortuna. Now, winning the championship was the easy part. Now you have to sit as jurors on this very complicated trial. And to introduce the trial, I want to recognize Attorney Ralph Monaco, who is completing a year of distinguished service as president of the Connecticut Bar Association. Attorney Monaco, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge Holtzberg, and thank you very much for opening the courtroom this morning for this. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the judiciary. I want to thank the Connecticut Judicial Branch and Melissa Farley and the Chief Justice, Judge Quinn, for your assistance in helping us to prepare this, and we appreciate the co-sponsorship of the Middlesex County Bar Association. We are delighted to be involved in this event, and we hope that this will be as educational for you as it is for us. Your involvement and success on your high school's mock trial team is a testament to your desire to learn American history and to fully understand the principles that have guided our courts for over 200 years. The case that is before you is famous not merely because it's a story that led to the American Revolution, but it is famous because of the principles for which it stands. The principle that even unpopular people are entitled to a fair trial. The principle that even unpopular people are entitled to competent attorneys to defend them in a court of law. And these principles have become the cornerstone of our judicial system. I would also like to thank Chief State's Attorney Kevin Kane. This type of capital murder case is no stranger to him. He's been involved in some of the most significant capital murder cases in our state's history. And I very much thank you, Kevin, for agreeing to participate. We know the Crown is in good hands with your representation. And I also told Kevin it's his opportunity to redeem the Crown's case. We also thank Attorney Wes Horton, who's known to many of us. He practices at the law firm of Horton, Shields, and Knox. He, too, has been involved in some of the most significant constitutional cases in Connecticut and American history. He, early in his career, decided to sue the governor in the name of students and in the name of the Constitution to uphold principles that are very important to our way of life. And I recall standing on the steps of the United States Supreme Court with people chanting at him, "Don't take my home." So he has been involved in some very significant constitutional cases, and I know that he very willingly agreed to try to step into the large shoes of President John Adams, who represented the defendants. Both lawyers, I will tell you, with respect to the rules, have agreed that the record is the record that has been provided to you, and they are to try to argue as best they can from that record, from the facts that we've been able to assemble. It is in the court's discretion, as it always is, to grant whatever latitude it wishes to lawyers for closing argument. Both lawyers will get 15 minutes to argue their cases. Other than eliminating profanities from the record is authentic. And the facts here are not always nice facts